Hi. So, as you know, I don't just buy comics. I'm a big collector's edition fan. I like graphic novels in all the shapes, sizes, and forms. So, I just wanted to show you what graphic novels I picked up in the past few weeks. It looks like quite a chunk, but I have got good deals on a lot of these. I'll explain as I go along. So, first one that I got, well, not first. This is not in no order whatsoever, but as I've said before, I'm going to most likely do a video looking at all the um, DC Compact editions that I've got because I've got about 14 of them now. The only ones I've not really got are the ones that I've already got in some of the collected edition, um, excluding digital. If I've just got it as a digital collection, then I will get it in this format. So I've started reading and I picked up this month Harley Quinn Wild at Heart. So this is by, just checking them on. Yep. So don't know why it made me laugh so much, but there we go. This is by Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Chad Hardin, John Timms, the primary um, artists on it. I've never read this run of Harley Quinn. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's good. It's really good. It's very meta. It's funnier than Deadpool. It's not trying too hard. I think Jim Palmiotti's just got and Amanda Connor. You can tell it's a couple writing it. They're having a lot of fun writing it. Basically, they reinvented the wheel with Harley. This is how a lot of people now remember Harley. Yeah, you remember it from the when it came out in Batman animated, but this is like the definitive comic version, excluding the animated version. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really nice art as well. It's a lot of pages. There's about 400 pages in here. $8.99. Brilliant. So just started that. I normally have about 3 or 4 graphic novels on the go all at once. And of course, I picked up Batman Long Halloween. I originally had this in comic format many years ago when it first came out. Then I had a collection. Then I got divorced. Then I lost thousands of my comics, thousands of graphic novels. And then I got digitally, but now I've got in this handy compact edition. And yeah, it's a classic for a reason. It's a modern classic. Saying that it's over 20 years ago now, but there we go. But yeah, again, $8.99. But I actually they cost a bit less. I got a deal on those, and then I got some of the From the Ashes X-Men books. So I got the crossover Raid and Greymalkin. With the X-Men books, I wait. I only get these are the ones that I do get from Amazon because I wait. They sometimes reduce it by silly amounts. So this cost me I think $8.99. Normally it's about £15, something like that. Very slim book. There's only um, 5 issues, but with Marvel Comics that means 20-page stories. So you're just looking at 100 pages. It was fun. It was like this is where this is where I stopped reading the Uncanny X-Men and X-Men in physical comics, floppies. Was the last story in this book, which is I think X-Men number 10. And I've got to say that's what put me. That story was the what made me. Oh, I can't be bothered reading them. But I'm happy to report that it picks up once that storyline's finished. This is the second volume. I have got the first one already of the Gail Simone run with Dave Marquez doing some of the art, but there's a lot of guest artists as well. So this covers 9 to 16, and this only cost me $8.99 from Amazon because it was on a deal. So yeah, happy to dive into that. And then I got, which I started reading. I was really enjoying it up to a point, and I'll explain why. This is Hostile Takeover. This made me pick it up anyway. I adore Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight should have an ongoing series written by Jeff Lemire or another Canadian writer, Ed Brisson or somebody like that. I know he did that miniseries a while ago. Um, one thing I will gripe about, again, I waited till it got on a special offer. I just got it for $9.99, but normally it's $24.99, and there's not many pay. It's not fake. Look at that. If this was a DC comic, it'd be DC graphic novel, $17.99. Um, I've been enjoying up to a point, but then what they've done, they've included issue 13, which is going to be in X Manhunt, and just give which they've not done with this one. There's this issue in this which is in X Manhunt, but they've removed it from this and they're putting it in the oh X Manhunt collection. So you're not double dipping. But now I've got a fucking double dip with this one, and it makes no sense. It gives you this little explanation blurb, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't tie into the rest of the comic stories in this. So that's put me off it a bit. I've kind of hit this wall and gone, ugh. So I don't know if I might just put it down for a bit and just read it later. I don't know, but it's left me frustrated. It's very dear if you buy it at normal price. And then on eBay, I made a bid for a book and I got it for £16, free postage. DC Finest The Flash. It's a Silver Age, but it's fun, and it's very early Silver Age as well. Like this was the Flash is the character that kicked off the Silver Age. So it starts on his first appearance in 1956. So it's got a few early issues, goes through to 1961. It's got, I think, if not all, the majority of the art is by Carmine Infantino. I adore his artwork; it's so good. I actually like his art when he went a bit weird and more squarey in the 70s. He was on the Flash for years and years, but it's really good. And what I like about it for a Silver Age comic, there's not a lot of excessive speech. Like if you look at Stanley Spider-Man comic or something, you can like cut out all the word boxes because it's in the speech as well, and you like double reading the same thing. They don't do that in here. So I'll show you. See, I can't find it when I want to show. It's just like modern day comics. I think it's the most user-friendly Silver Age comic for somebody who's not used to reading a Silver Age comic, and it reads much more like a weird science fiction comic, a bit like the later run of Si Spurrier, how he's handled Flash. It doesn't read like a superhero comic, which is really interesting. I'm really having a blast with it. I'm just doing like a few stories at a time, so I'm dipping in and dipping out. I think that's the best way to deal with older stories. And like I said, £16, so happy with that, free postage. And then so I'm going to do a moan. I've got to do a moan, especially when it's Marvel. But I picked up The Defenders. I love The Defenders, especially this period by Gerber, and I love the period by James DeMatteis as well. Now, this is my moan. So, no problem with the story inside because it's wonderful writing by Steve Gerber, glorious art by Sal Buscema, and it's got some inking by Klaus Janson and other great inkers on it as well. But, right, it's 400 pages, but it's a lot of back matter as well. So you get about 370 pages of story. This is 640 pages. So look at the difference. $39.99, $44.99. Really? Marvel? No. And I got for Halloween season Aliens: The Original Years. I've had this in so many formats. I had it in the original black and white when it came out in 1986, the first series, and then I had it when it was collected in a black and white format, the very first trade paperback of it, and then I had the deluxe. Then I had what they called them omnibuses, but there's these smaller Dark Horse books which collected like 6 series in one. I had it in that format, then I had it digitally, and now I've got it in the Marvel. That's long-winded. Epic Collection format. So it collects the story by Mark Verhidian and Mark Nelson, and then it's got is it Dennis Bouverville of something or other, who did that artwork. So they colorized the story, the Mark Nelson one. I actually do prefer it in black and white, and then the Dennis one, which is really nice painted color, and then of course you've got the Sam Keith one, and then there's some short stories in the back. There's about 400 and odd pages in this, but only about 390 pages of story. And again, but this is $39.99, so I don't get the logic makes no sense unless this is an earlier printing. But again, the very thing compared to the DC Finest. So that's my only gripe. But I've got over gripe. So yeah, those are my graphic novels so far. I'm hoping, I'm debating now. I've got a few in my basket what I want to get. Because what I do, this is another way I save money. I don't know if it's more psychological, I think. Amazon do this way, you can spread the cost. So I'll get like a DC Finest, but I'll only pay like £8 something or other, and then pay in chunks. So over 3 months, it just costs me like £8 a month. And there's a book. Well, I'm tempted about. There's about 2 or 3 books, so there could be another one coming soon. Okay, bye. Where's my clicker? Okay, bye.